Graduated high school with a 3.95. I was taught to have manners and to smile quickly when one passes by. See, I just came here expecting to be gratified because of my intelligence, but instead my first impression was mistreated with negligence. At first glance, you personified me as something different and gave me the impression that what I stand for was completely the wrong strand of evidence. Now I'm denied of a certain position because of not what's internal, but the darker shade of my pigment. As the days progress within my mind, you seem to be more and more blind. And as I think about what I'm facing, I say, imagine the price of having me on your side. You fulfill your job's desires by adding a bit of diversity in order to comply with America's ties, and you even incorporate the attribute of relation by using me to handle all minority complications. But for now, I won't complain because I have yet to fully grasp the reality of my institution's thoughtful segregation. And as you think, know that you push me away from gaining a rightful education. So keep in mind that this lack of attendance will hurt your financial situation. So with that said, am I still unqualified?
Well, being at UNR as a black man, it has its advantages and disadvantages. I think one of the biggest disadvantages is being underrepresented in facilities, faculty, staff, and even as a black student.
Had both positive and negative outcomes, more so negative because I've had to struggle to get what's not handed to me. Everything that's handed to me, the campus and everything like that is beautiful, but at the same time, I've had to fight for a lot more than what a white male would have to fight for.
The shuttle bus driver asked me, if I'm on the football team. And I'm just, again, bittersweet moment. I'm feeling buff today, maybe I'm looking a little swole, but, just because of my ethnicity, just because I'm black, doesn't mean that I'm going to school or this is the only way that I can afford colleges to play with the ball. No, I'd rather be recognized for the glow that I have with my intellect. I'm here for academics. I'm trying to hire my education and better myself.
I was an engineering major at the time. I walked into a lecture hall for my statics class. And as soon as I walked in, it was literally 170 eyes looking at me like I was in the wrong class. Black kids are not supposed to be in engineering, so they thought. But, that was a challenge that I accepted gracefully. It could definitely have adverse effects on them.
Of stereotyping students on campus, it makes blacks feel like that the only way you can go to college is by being an athlete and not being an actual scholar student.
To be honest, I would just like to say stop it.
Look at yourself before you try and judge anybody else. You have your own flaws.
Just know that we all bring something to the table. When you see the black male walk into the classroom, notice his presence.
When you see me around, you don't have to step into the grass when I'm on the sidewalk. I'm not gonna snatch your purse. I'm not gonna steal your kids. I'm here for the same reason you are, pursuing a higher education.
Definitely a lot of self-motivation.
It's all about my drive and my support system.
My internal drive to complete what I've started.
What keeps me at UNR is the pursuit of my degree. That's big in my family, being the first one to graduate with a 4-year degree.
If only what you said made a difference in what you see. Your words, how you box it in the frame and hang your pictures above me. Every perpetuating dialogue is a self-fulfilling prophecy, affirming your assumptions to your system of beliefs. If only what you said made a difference in what I see and how I respond to those when those respond to me. You could have said anything, asked if I was an elite. First words out your mouth was, let me guess, you're an athlete. Courteously I smile and let out a breath of grief. No sir, no ma'am, I hold 2 degrees. I can't help that I work hard, God bless my physique, but I've never played ball, at least not for any team. You say how I look, therefore I shall be. I say how I look, therefore I shall deceive, for how I look is far from what you even perceive. You think you are, but you're not really looking at me. If only what you said made a difference in what you see. Close your eyes, don't you even dare to look at me. Close your eyes and imagine yourself talking to a king. Would you speak this reckless, knowing what value he brings? Close your eyes and listen to who you think you see, and the complexity of his language and the content of his speech and the passion in his voice and the mind you felt to reach. Your words might have caged them, but it cannot cage me. Go ahead, call me a thug when I get my PhD, knowing you held and shot more guns and killed more things than me. Your reality is God cannot fool me to believe that I represent the gum stuck on the bottom of every feet. When in reality you tremble trying to emulate every king. But remember, racism has always been a part of you. It's not a part of me. 3/5 of a man reflected you. It did not reflect me. So open your eyes and think about who you think you see. And remember, assuming makes an ass out of you more than it does me.
There've been times that I thought I could last for long, but now I think I'm able to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come.